everybody, welcome to this episode of a run through. I am super excited. So Tony Hawk released early for some of us, I guess. I got this around 8 p.m. on the 13th. Just went to check and see if I could preload, and it was already there. So I spent a couple hours actually playing through it just so I could see if there's anything major that has changed since the demo and anything, that has been updated. And there is a ton of stuff that I was not aware of that was going to be in here. And so yeah, I'm just going to go through some stuff and kind of show you what is in here. So yeah, so starting off, here's the, all the skaters are in here, obviously. There's a secret one, I think Officer Dick, which I've also unlocked, but he hasn't shown up quite yet. I'm not totally sure why. Then there's also, your Create a Skater stuff, which I've done now. If you'll notice, each of them have unlocks with them, so that'll tie into the overall unlock stuff, which I'll show you here in a bit. I've played the first, I want to say 4 levels, and then of Tony Hawk 1, and then I'll get into 2, and then I'll show you the Creative Park stuff a little bit, because that's in there as well. And then, let's see, we'll first go into the creative stuff. So there's a limited options at first, but there is like a shop where you can kind of buy stuff. I think my only criticism with the stuff here is the accessories like backpacks, sunglasses, all that stuff is not in here, which I guess it wasn't really in the first one either, if I remember right. So, that's hit or miss. Some of the outfits like this, I'm a huge fan of bags, so I always wore a backpack when I skated in games. In real life, obviously I didn't, but in the games I would. So, but they're kind of tied to certain shirts, like that one has one, and then this one here, But you can't really customize that, but you can customize the stuff you can change a lot of the color stuff. You can get logos. You can also buy different ones, stuff like that. So that's super neat. And then, as always, though, you can buy other tattoos, but just like in most games, for whatever reason, the tattoo options are super limited. I have full sleeve and hand tattoos, some other stuff, and it never feels quite represented, or they're always like really cheesy stuff, So I always wish there was a little more work done in the tattoo side of stuff in every game. So yeah, I didn't expect a ton. You can also customize your special tricks here. You get different unlocks for that. You can also map tricks however you'd like, which is cool. Same with stats and stuff here. Obviously, as you unlock, in the left corner there, it shows you 1 and 2 points. I mentioned this in the podcast like a week ago, and I'm hoping what happens is that we'll get the other Tony Hawk games just incorporated into this package, like you pay for a bit of DLC or whatever, and they throw them in, which would be super rad. I really hope that happens. I'm not sure if it's totally set up for that, but it seems like we have the potential to get that to happen. Oh, and you can just edit points whenever you want, it looks like. I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, that's great. That's great to know. I had no idea. So that's cool. Get another kind of thing to find out there. Voice, socks, all that stuff, so you can change that as well. Here you have skate shops. So these are like spotlight items. I guess they change. I'm not totally sure. A lot of them are tucked under... Or these, I guess, are new ones. So these are ones under stuff you've unlocked already, so that's like level 20. Here is boards, same thing. They're kind of locked between certain challenges, which I'll show you the challenges and stuff in a second. Here's like boards. There's a ton of those. Grip tapes, wheels. A lot of stuff on that end. Logos. There's a bunch of these as well. Apparel, hats, torso, socks, legs, shoes. I would say the shoes are probably the one that's like the most limited for whatever reason, which is kind of weird because that's like the other major thing as a skateboarder you buy all the time is shoes. A lot of Nike and Vans, and then that's a little bit of DC maybe, or I guess Adidas, Globe, which I never was a huge fan of those. I guess there's a few DCs. They kind of all look like dad shoes though for whatever reason. I haven't checked out skate shoes in quite a while, though. I guess I've never really needed them. I remember America, I guess, had some. I think they were. I can't remember who, but they had like leopard print on them. I remember having those and loving them. But yeah, so that's a bunch of that. There's also Creative Park items you can buy, which I didn't realize was going to be a part of this either. Which is pretty rad, I guess, overall, because that means they can kind of add more stuff in later if they feel like it. They said there was no paid DLC from launch, but that doesn't mean they're not going to add some later, which is, you know, hit or miss, I guess, depending upon what they actually add. But I think any longevity they can add to this game, I will totally accept. So we'll see. But here's a big addition: is the challenge thing. So in a way, it's sort of like a season pass-ish kind of deal, but it's not tied to a season pass as far as I can tell. It's just challenges that are in the game. As you can see there in the browser, I've completed 32 of 714. So there are a lot in here, and I think that includes all of the specific skaters. As you can see here, they each have experience and then money that you get from, and then like a board or some kind of deck unlock. Combo challenges, multiplayer challenge stuff, which I'll jump into. I haven't looked at that at all yet. Skate park challenges, which I guess these are for each of the levels, and there'll be some. I guess these are gap challenges for every level. Platinum, which I have one. I guess that's scores. Oh, 500,000 in a 2-minute session. Okay. Or a single combo. That's cool. I've gotten a couple of those. I guess warehouse was the one. But yeah, I'll claim them so you can see what that looks like. But it basically, you know, gives you that some experience to your overall level because you have a player level, which I was a little concerned of how that was going to tie into everything. But now seeing this, I totally get it, and I'm happy that this is the way that this has manifested itself, because I'm more than happy to see a good leveling system, or one that, you know, works well in flow with the game itself. Because, you know, you think it's a little weird to have a level in Tony Hawk, but this is a good way to map this out. I'm into this. These are your like feature challenges. There's some other stuff there. There's also rookie, veteran, and legend challenges. So there's a lot of challenge stuff there if you want that. This is for your like player icon. So there's a bunch of these as well. Quite a lot of them, in fact. This is a stat screen for everything. Hall of Fame, I guess, is multiplayer leaderboards, which I think is overall for levels. There's also a speed run mechanic, which is I guess tied into the I'll show you that there. It'll be under skate tours. I think it's under the rank and free, and then there's global leaderboards for speed running it, and then for a single session point limit, which is cool. I find myself to be pretty good. I think when I show you the Tony Hawk stuff, the levels, I'm going to do the challenge stuff or try to complete those. I'm pretty good at Tony Hawk, though, generally speaking, or at least score-wise, I've always been really, really good at it, generally. I will say I played a lot of 2, 3, and 4 growing up, probably 3 and 4 the most, so 1 kind of missed me a little bit, and then the other ones is where I really picked up my, like, insane love for Tony Hawk. So, yeah, the levels in the first game I'm, like, not as familiar with, but there's also the Creative Park stuff. They've made quite a few of them already, which I believe, yeah, Vicarious Vision, it shows you the creator there, and then there's challenges for uploading levels and other stuff like that, which is also super cool. And then, yeah, so we'll just jump in. That was a ton of talking about this, but there's a lot under the hood here. So we'll get back into where I was at. So as you can see, I did the first, 3 levels completely, and then now I'm on this 4th one here, so we'll go ahead and jump in. I've turned the music down super low. Hopefully it will, oh, this is one of the score ones, I guess. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, I forgot they had run ones. That makes sense. So this is probably just going to be completely score-based, I would guess. Well, that makes that easier for me, I guess, based on what I just said. I know in the demo, I didn't realize it at the time, because I don't generally, I feel like most people that play Tony Hawk don't really do lip tricks, because they just kind of take you out of the speed or flow of the game, because it's in a lot of ways, Tony Hawk levels are sort of like a racetrack. And I remember that the lip kind of brings you out of it in a lot of ways. But but what I was gonna say is the lip stuff is fixed in this one. In the demo, it was like you would go up to a lip, and then the bar would like immediately drop on either side, and then the animation for it was a little strange. I'll say too, like the level design is, I mean, it's still where it was before. They've added a few little areas and stuff in some, but for the most part, they're pretty much how you would remember them, I think. Which is good, which is really what you want out of a remaster. I'm trying to get this stat point now. I don't know how I'm gonna get up to that. I'll have to. Maybe there's a way on this other side. No, I guess not. Yeah, revert's all there. All the sticker slap stuff is still there. Not sticker slap, but wall plant, double flips, triple flips. That's all there. Pretty much everything that all the core design features of Tony Hawk throughout the years are in here, which is super good. That's big because that's. I mean, if there was anything you'd want out of this game, it would be that all of your core mechanics are there, especially because of how many years we've had with Tony Hawk and how many years since the last good one. And then, you know, obviously they took the feedback of you know, Tony Hawk, what was it, 5, the one with the slam grind thing, which I don't have any idea why anybody would want that. It makes no sense. It's like a complete detachment of the style of game Tony Hawk is, and yeah, so it's just nice to see that we're back where we should be. On top of that too, they have just you know, just changed enough. Like, again, obviously the original game didn't have revert and didn't have wall plants and stuff, so it's great that we get that. And then additionally, it just feels so good to play a Tony Hawk game again, and like a new. I mean, it's not new, so to speak. They also have now changed your continual movements over the clock to an overtime thing, which is cool because it makes sense, because that is what's happening technically. I'm gonna do one more here because I'd really like to get that. I guess I could just do it in a free skate thing, but I just want to get that stat point, and then I'll probably end the run. But yeah, there's. It's hard to say. It's hard for me to concentrate because I'm just so thrilled. Like, really, I'm just so happy to be playing Tony Hawk again in this day and age. And finally a good one, because we've been rused by it so many times at this point. We were talking about it on the podcast earlier, just the fact that 5 was such a detraction and didn't really understand what Tony Hawk, like what made Tony Hawk fun. And then, you know, the HD collection, the first one was just not great either, and then they had paid DLC, which was like reverts and a couple levels, which was also just kind of grotesque, because you're like, just put the revert thing in. Especially if it's already there, and you've already designed around it. Why should we pay to revert? Like, they added some levels to make it kind of okay, but it still just wasn't. You know, it wasn't what it should have been. I guess I'm gonna have to try that head on. I think the other big thing too that what was I gonna say? Yeah, the other big thing that they changed from 5, or put back in, I guess, more or less. No, that is so high up. Okay. How on earth am I supposed to get up to this thing? Maybe my jump's just not high enough yet. Maybe that's what's going on. I will say that is one thing that's missing now, that in other games you could get off the board and stuff, and they added that to like all Tony Hawks, and then every skateboarding game since has had some kind of get off the board mechanic. So it's a little weird not to have that anymore, but you know, it doesn't take too long to get back used to. Man, I cannot think of how to get up there for the life of me. I might just have to get my stats higher and then come back. Which I think I'll do. I'll show you a more proper level. Oh, that was what I was gonna say. The big thing another thing that 5 did, that they changed, that or not changed, but just didn't get right, is the restart. Like, the thing about Tony Hawk and a lot of games similar to this is like any kind of like even like Super Meat Boy and stuff like that. Like those games, you have to instantaneously start again, otherwise it is not fun, and you get so frustrated you just don't care. Tony Hawk is another one where like everything else is so snappy in the game. It's like if it takes a long time to reload, it just really throws away the whole experience. Whereas you're just quickly running and going and going. And this one is effectively like I'll show you. Like I'll restart the run. That's immediate. That's like immediate. That's about as fast as you could hope for, especially considering how good the game looks now. Like the fact that it restarts and loads that fast is just, it's incredible. That's all we really needed out of the other ones too, because you could even deal with some of the stuff in 5. Like it wasn't fun really overall, but it would have been a better experience had they would have just done that. Like that's all you needed. Sonic's another example, I think. I assume Skitching's in here too. I think this was the first level you would do it on, so it's got to be in here somewhere. I will say though, I do like the. Oh, I should have been able to do it there. Maybe I have to catch up and do it, but I will say I didn't always love the 2-minute run, and that's one of the parts of the games that I was glad they kind of left, at least in the newer ones, 3 especially. So I don't dislike it though. It's kind of nice. It's kind of unfortunate this isn't on Switch, because that would be a good place for this. Especially those quick like 2-minute tidbits. You could just do a couple levels and then move out. I think what would also be cool too is if they would have left an option to just like turn on the old level, like the old designs, kind of like how like Halo 2 did with the remaster. But you know, not a big issue that it's not here. I was saying too, I think when I was doing the demo for the game, like how I can't believe I missed that. How different it is, because I played Skater XL for 70 some odd hours now for the last at least 2 years. I really not get the. Okay, I'll get on this one. Just how different Tony Hawk is, based compared to skateboarding games nowadays. Or the ones that we're used to, because they're just like that hyper realistic, which is good. I mean, that's cool too. There's definitely a welcome spot for that style of game, because I mean, obviously Skate was amazing. Skater XL I really like. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on it because it doesn't have challenges or progression really. It's just skateboarding. Sessions, as I've said before in other reviews in the podcast and stuff, I don't love the way that game is set up. I think there's room for it to get better, but as it sits, it's just not fun. It just doesn't feel fun to me. And but if people like it, I mean, more than happy to see more skateboarding games. There's kind of been a weird resurgence for skateboarding, just in general. Like I think by virtue of maybe social media, especially like not so much like Twitch, but TikTok and all that, gives the option to just show quick videos. So I mean, skateboard spots and tricks and lines fit really well into that, I think. And I'm not saying that's the only reason, but yeah, there's been like that, and then we're getting Skater, Tony Hawk sessions. Skate just announced that they're gonna do a 4th one. Or that there's a skate game in the works. I guess they didn't necessarily specify, but yeah, it's just good to see. I think it's the number 2 sport in Brazil, I was reading, which could be wrong, but it's like, yeah, right under soccer is skateboarding, which is super cool. Like I would have not thought that whatsoever, but it's also going to be in. Well, if I assume we're still getting the Olympics, but but it's supposed to be in the Tokyo Olympics as well, which is crazy, man, to see it. I gotta so close. I'll go ahead and back out for now and I'll show you some of the other stuff. I'll jump into I guess not a free run. I'll show you the Creative Park stuff, I guess. So yeah, there's some really good ones already made. I want to say that yeah, this was one of them. This was pretty wild, but this is one made by the developer, so you gotta expect it's gonna be a little crazy. Oh. Yeah, it has this huge like loop area here. I need to change my other stick is inverted for some reason. Yeah, just neat. I mean, these all work pretty well. This one was a fun one. I tooled around in it for a bit. Oh, that was really weird. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Tony Hawk has never been like realistic in any way. It's really just like how can you keep this combo going and on what, and like by virtue of like everything being grindable more or less, it's like it just gives you that really the like not racetrack, but just I don't know, just that really cool feeling of like everything is skateboarding, everything is skateboardable. And I think for a lot of us growing up with Tony Hawk and skateboarding as a kid, it really did give you that feeling like, well, you could probably skate on anything, really. Like if you try hard enough, or if you have like a creative enough move to try and do on a place, or give you that idea that you sort of look at the world more as a skate spot rather than just the world as it is. Like, I know that sounds kind of wild, but it really was like, I remember driving around with my friends, you know, we were looking for skate spots and stuff like that. You'd be out like with your parents somewhere, and you'd be like, damn, man, that like, you'd be like, man, there's a really huge grass gap over by the Quick Trip. Like, I'm pretty sure you could easily, not easily, but I'm pretty sure one of us could get over that. Or you're like, man, you guys seen the Kroger Gap or the Kroger Forced Air or whatever? You know, it was always just something like, you know, just like that perspective of the world through the eyes of skateboarding was I think pretty awesome. And I think I have to really attribute Tony Hawk for that. I think, especially, you'd be like, oh, that's the layman's gap, or that's the sandwich gap, or whatever. But it's just like, all right, where are we at, and what is the thing that could be done here? And then it's that. So that's like, you know, that's the Kroger Forced Air. That's whatever. And I think that's super cool. And I hope too that if nothing else, will get a whole new generation of people like psyched about skateboarding in that way. Even though it's like, it's obviously widely more prominent now than it was when I was growing up. And again, more so than the generation before that was, and so on and so forth. So it's, I don't know, it's good to see. Skateboarding is super cool, and it's so cool to see more of this just out in the open and around. Even if, you know, again, Tony Hawk is a really like exaggerated version of skateboarding, I still think there's a lot to love and learn there. So go ahead and end this one. Let me go. I guess I'll try and see what the Creative Park looks like, because I haven't done that yet, and then I'll maybe try and jump into a multiplayer thing, and then we'll call it there. But create a new park.
Welcome. This is a sandbox for you to create and experiment.
Okay. All right, so you place. Okay. Oh, that is pretty easy though. Yeah, just rotate. Can you manually? Oh, you can. Oh, okay. So you can raise and elevate. You can zoom in. Okay, it looks like you can only rotate in a certain degree though. That's okay. A lot of half pipe, quarter pipe, different roll-in sizes. I assume, can you? Okay, so you can sort of snap where you want it, more or less. Okay. Oh god, yeah. Okay, so here's all the prop stuff to actually make it look like something. Dynamic props. I mean, I assume are ones that will break in some way. And these are props, I think, from specific stuff. Okay. Oh, jeez. That is huge. Good chunk of rails. Fair amount of balls. Ah, cool. Okay, that's kind of what I was looking for. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, that's the thing I was sort of looking for with the other ones. If you could shape it a little bit, that's cool. Yeah, that seems way different than the other one. Or than the other Create a Park stuff in other games. Alright, so what is it? You pull it out. Okay. Okay, and so there's different... Oh, wow, and it just sort of... Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, that really opens this up. That is super neat. Man, I might have to take a backseat on Grounded for a little bit and try and make some skate parks. Oh, cool. Very cool. That is so wild. I wonder what it... I wonder what this is like to skate. It's probably pretty nuts. Okay, and then... So this is the smart pieces, slope, stairs. Oh, that was a roll-in that I did, though. Okay, let me try one of these. Oh, what the hell? Oh my goodness, this is super strange. So I guess that's how they did that whole track, is they must have done this quite a bit. Okay. There's not really collision either, so you can... Oh, and then it'll connect itself. Okay, cool as well, man. Okay, sort of, I guess. Oh, wacky. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna just try and skate this just to see. Weird. Super weird. That's neat though, man. I mean, that's, you know, that just definitely opens up you to have more unique parks as a result. I wonder if there's anything with the rails themselves. Excuse me. Oh, to change how it looks? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, geez, man. That's more than I would have thought for that, too. Gee, okay. I was going to say, I was like, man, it seems like they're kind of limited, but I guess if you have all these options, then it's really not as limited as it would seem. Okay. Okay, the stairs kicker, smart lumps, wall block. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, perfect. I wonder, okay, what does that look like? This is just making a neon sign right here. This is buck wild. I wonder. I mean, it's Tony Hawk, so obviously this is totally skatable, but I'm really excited to mess with this. This is way cooler than I thought. I assume you can still name stuff the way you want to, because that wasn't that one of the other in the other Create a Park stuff. Can you? Oh, style, metal. I can't really tell what you're looking at there. Oh no, there it goes. Yeah, let me change the... Oh, and you can just move the whole thing? Sick. Sick. Okay, so it gives you that. You can select tags, description. If people can mess with it and make their own version, that is cool too. Ah, man. Yeah, this just adds like a level of longevity to this game that I did not expect. I mean, I kind of assumed that the no, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really didn't. I guess the only thing is naming gaps and stuff, because that used to be a thing that you could do. I don't know if you can still do that or not. I mean, they might have taken that part out just by virtue of people using it to say, you know, say terrible stuff. So maybe not, but... Oh, that's just general game options. Okay. Okay, well, that's super cool, guys. Well, if you want to... Oh, you know what? I forgot to look at the multiplayer stuff. Hold on. Let me see what this looks like. Let's see if we can get into a thing. I totally forgot about this. That guy's a skeleton already. Oh. Looks like there is collision. I would like to start this over. Damn. Man, I'm doing poorly. I think now the pressure's on because I'm... Before I get too overzealous. What if it'll be like the old PlayStation Tony Hawks where, like Tony Hawk 3, I guess, online would be just like a mad dash of people continually skating after the buzzer. I don't know if there's going to be overtime in this or not. Trick attack waiting for their players. That guy did not do all that much better than me. He did a little bit, but... Oh, so it's just a play. You just keep going. You just keep playing. Oh, that's a good way to do this too, man. I'll dip out after this one, but oh, motherfucker. That's not a good combo. I'm sure one of these dudes is like already, like he's been comboing the whole time would be my guess. That's usually how this goes. I really need to start the level over there. I'm gonna try to get over to there. I also always forget about like special tricks. I just like never do them. That wasn't great. It's kind of weird level for this one too, because there's not like a whole lot of opportunities for stuff. It's one of those like proper like run levels. Oh, that counted. Shit. Damn. Yeah, they got me on that one for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say there he is. Fucking he was comboing for a while. Oh yeah, graffiti was another pretty big one. Okay, we'll see that one and then we'll call it. This is great though. This is a great way to do the multiplayer. Just stay in the level, keep it going. Who cares? Ah, fuck. I do think this is like one of those things where, I mean, obviously newer, younger generations will get good at this game quickly too, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, us older kids are like, yeah, fuck you guys. I was raised on this. This is when I know what I'm doing or how to play this or how to, you know, do well at it or whatever. Your boy had that one. Unless this Grimpy Fish dude. Yeah, that's what I thought. We used to play that one a lot when I was a kid with my friends, so that one I kind of thought I might do well at. This is a really great implementation of this, because it really does feel like, well, we're just out here skateboarding this spot, and you're not like quickly loading into another playlist and doing all this. Like, I kind of wish you would transfer some levels or whatever, but you know, overall, this is a really good way to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of that, but yeah, okay, guys. Well, this time for oh. Oh, what was the deal? Oh, damn. He really did. Wow. Oh, that's right. It's the first combo that you do. Oh, no, first to 1,000. Well, I could have landed that way earlier. Oh, and it does switch levels. Good to know. Oh, this is a great video game. Holy shit, man. I mean, I'm biased because I just love skateboarding, Tony Hawk in general, but man, what a way to make this game current. Like, what a way to update all this stuff to just make it a more universal experience and a more updated one. Like, goddamn, Vicarious, man, great job, you guys. Like, it's fantastic. I need to quit out of this competition before I just keep playing, because I could just keep playing all night. So yeah, well, guys, again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for keeping up with the channel and all that. If there's any games that you guys would like me to take a look at, or anything you'd like to see me cover, anything like that, just leave it in the comments below. I'll always do my best to take a look at it. I'll say the podcast tomorrow is going to be a little weird. We had some errors with that, so if you guys are waiting for that one, it's going to be a little strange, but we had some errors with the recording stuff. We lost about an hour of recording, so there is that, but whew. Oh, damn. Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, that's that, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching. As always, please leave any comments or questions in the comments below. And yeah, thank you all. I'll see you again.